You're listening to the Happy Tracks podcast. In this episode, I break down the key elements to look at in your life to pinpoint if they need to stay or go. Get ready to feel a whole lot lighter. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Taylor, founder of the travel blog Taylor's Tracks, personal development junkie, and pursuer of happiness. I help women have breakthrough experiences so that you can live a happier and healthier life that is so good you won't need a vacation from it. I believe that happiness is an inside job, so this podcast is dedicated to delivering weekly actionable tips that combine spirituality, personal development, and well-being practices that will help you live your best life, find pure joy every day, and realize your true power. Are you ready to meet your best self? Let's get started. This is the Happy Tracks podcast. Hello, beautiful people, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I am so thrilled to have you here and to dive into another deep topic this week. I know my topics on this podcast may seem like they're kind of all over the place, but they're all connected. They're all related to personal development. They're all helping you to live a happier and healthier life, so long as you actually go out and work on yourself and not just listen and passively be like, yeah, okay, cool. You can learn, but without putting anything into practice, you're not going to get anywhere, honey. So just wanted to make that clear and give you a little maybe push in the right direction to get out there today and really take life on as the woman who you want to be would. Be that powerful, strong woman. Be the person who doesn't fret about her decisions. Don't overthink things. Just go out and do something. Be something that you want to be. So, today's topic and title of this episode is, does your life need a detox? So, this episode relates a lot to energetics, and it's okay and it's normal for us to look at detoxes in our diet, like in our health, and it's very common for people to do detoxes for their health. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I did one about a month ago. I did one last year as well, and mine were 2 weeks long, and I pretty much eliminated all food except for fruits, vegetables, and certain type of clean proteins. And this just flushes out your system and it gives you a break from all the toxins that you're putting into your body. Like, I love myself, but I know I'm putting toxins into my body. I love wine. I know some studies say wine is good for you, some studies say it's not, and especially in this quarantine era, I've been drinking a lot more, which is fine. I recognize when I am abusing it, and I recognize when I'm just enjoying it. So yes, it's totally okay to put toxins into your body so long as you recognize what you're doing and you're not overdoing it. And yes, I think it's healthy to do detoxes every so often as well to kind of just not give you a clean slate, but to kind of just clean things up, to feel healthier. You literally feel lighter when you do a detox, partly because a lot of stuff is literally leaving your system and you're not absorbing the toxins as much. So if it's okay for us to look at detoxes in health for our bodies, why don't we look at detoxes for anywhere else? Why don't we do a detox for our minds? Why don't we try and give ourselves a break from all the negative thoughts that are entering? Why don't we do a detox on the people we're letting into our life, the toxic people who are dragging us down, who we're letting drag us down? Why don't we do a detox on what we have on our computers, what we have on our phones? There are so many ways that you can energetically detox toxic things from your life that doesn't necessarily have to be on a physical level. Just as much as you choose what you put into your mouth and into your body, you also choose what kind of products you put on your skin, on your hair, what kind of people you let into your life, what kind of things you surround yourself with. You have a choice, always, what you are allowing into your life. You always have a choice. Never ever forget that. So if you have the choice of what comes into your life, you have a choice of what leaves as well. Always. So the thing that I really wanted to focus on today most, because it's often the trickiest one, is detoxing your tribe. And this, I know it's not easy, and it's harder because it brings other people and it affects other people in your life as well. But the truth is, you don't want people in your life who aren't going to be supportive. You don't want people in your life who are going to try and make you play small. You want people who are going to uplift you, who are going to walk beside you, who are going to challenge you, and as much as you may hate that sometimes. I've got a friend where I was having like a little bit of a breakdown the other day, and I messaged them and I was like, I just wanted sympathy, and they were not having it. They instantly started challenging me and questioning why I was thinking that way and called me out on being hard on myself. Those friends, those people are the ones you want to keep in your life, even if you may hate them and want to slap them at the time. Those are the people that are going to help you grow, that are going to help you get to your best self, that are going to support you. And if they disagree with you, if they don't like what you're doing, they may let you know, they may keep it to yourself, but they're never, ever going to tell you what they think is best for you. Now, what are the other kinds of people that you have in your life? Who's dragging you down? Who's questioning what you're doing? Who is hurting you more than they're uplifting you? I want you to start to notice how you feel after spending time with certain people. People can either drain your energy, or they can, what's the opposite of drain? Uplift you more, make you feel lighter, fill you up more. You don't want people who are draining your energy because you're working so hard on building your energy up. Don't let someone else come in and start taking from you. Life is a give and take, yes, but there are lots of people out there who just love to take and take and take. Now, getting rid of these people can be difficult. I've had to let friends go, and sometimes you just stop talking and it just naturally fades away. Other times it takes sitting down and having a conversation and explaining to the person, listen, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going through. Are you going to stick by me? Or are you going to continue fighting me on this? People in your life who will be supportive, who will continue to be your cheerleader and to help you grow, will never question or bring you down for what you're doing or trying. The only people who are going to bring you down and make fun of you for trying are the people who don't go out and try themselves. And you may be thinking, oh my God, but what if those people are my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my best friend? What do you do when those people that drain your energy are the ones that you love and the ones that are really close, perhaps the one that birthed you or raised you. It's all about boundaries. I'm not saying you have to go and completely get rid of these people, completely detox these people from your life. But where can you limit the amount of toxins that are coming in from these toxic people? When can you sit down and have a conversation with them and try to explain to them what you're doing, how you're bettering themselves? And no, it doesn't always take a conversation. Sometimes that doesn't work with people. So the first thing I would do, and I definitely recommend, is to be the role model first. Actions speak so much louder than words. Showing them what you're doing, showing them your success, showing them how much happier you're becoming. And you know what? When you do that, they're going to feel it and they're going to see it. Because remember, you've got an energetic field that stretches 3 meters out around you. That shit reaches far. Your energy, how you're feeling, reaches far. People can feel this through text messages. They can feel this through videos. They can see it through your body language. Focus on you and building up the energy that you want to radiate. Change yourself, and you'll change the people around you as well. Is this always the case? No. Some people are stubborn as hell, like I used to be, and have no desire on changing. And that's okay. That's their life. That's what they want to do. You can't judge them for that. Well, I mean, you can judge them, but don't. That's just a waste of your time and energy and thoughts. So I ask you again, who and where can you detox toxic people from your life? Does someone need to be totally removed? Or does someone just need a little bit less of your time and energy? Another way that we can, or that you can detox is, like, everything has an energy to it. And one of the first things that I started doing that's really, really simple is just cleaning up things on my phone. I started going through my contacts on my phone, and I don't even really call people that often. I usually just message people. And I realized I had so many people in my list that this energy just hanging around, sticking around in my phone. I was like, who is this person? Or I haven't talked to this person in a decade or longer. Like, why are they still in my phone? Oh, and then I was like, ooh, I just searched for Tinder on my phone, and I had Dan Tinder, Craig Tinder, just all these different guys from Tinder, all this negative energy that, like, from a time in my life that I was like, I don't want that part of my life anymore. I detoxed the shit out of my phone. I deleted all those numbers, all those energetic cords, old pictures of maybe guys I was involved with, or like, you don't have to go and delete all those things, like pictures, but just recognize how they're making you feel. If you're seeing someone's phone number from Tinder and going, ooh, that's not a good feeling, delete that shit from your life so that you don't have to go back and experience that same feeling again. Same with stuff on your computer. But I think the most important one for sure is detoxing the people in your life. And remember, a detox doesn't necessarily mean getting rid of anything. It just means putting something like the toxins on a break for a little while. It's taking the time to recognize what and who makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad. And you can't just go out and delete someone from your life and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna feel great now. you still have work to do. You still have to build up your own energy for yourself as well. It's not always the fault of the other person. You have just as much responsibility for letting them into your life as they are or as they have for being in your life. You can choose whose life you want to be in and whose life you don't want to be involved with. Now, I know this may seem kind of harsh, but I always give you guys the tough love and what you need to hear. Because it's often through the toughest moments, it's often through our breakdowns that we have our biggest breakthroughs, our biggest aha moments. You gotta do the dirty work. You gotta put in the work in order to fully embrace this powerful, independent, strong woman that you are. And you don't got time for people to hold you back. You do not have the time or energy to continue explaining to people why you're doing what you're doing and why it's so important. Explain it once. If they're curious and they keep asking, maybe you need to be a guide for that person. Maybe you're an expander for that person. There are going to be always people in your life who are not as open or not as awake as you. And I believe we all have partial responsibility for helping to uplift other people as well. Your life can't just be full of expanders. You want to help other people grow as well, because that's what the powerful independent woman does. And when I say independent, I don't mean you do everything on your own. You recognize when you need help, and you also recognize when you're going to help other people. So who in your life is worth your time and energy helping, and who, I'm sorry to say it, is a lost cause? Who do you need a break from? Who do you need to detox from? Where in your life can you get rid of shit that you're holding on to that is no longer serving you? I bet you there's a lot of that in your closet. When was the last time you looked in your closet and were like, oh my God, I wear everything in here? Or you're like sweeping through all your shirts and you're like, oh, I forgot I had this. Everything holds energy. Go Marie Kondo that shit. Your closet, your bathroom, your entire life. Clean it up and you will feel lighter without all these extra cords being attached. To go even farther, look at the music you're listening to, the TV you're watching, the books you're reading. If you take one journal prompt from this entire episode, ask yourself, what am I doing and who am I sticking around with that is making me feel like shit? And the opposite. What am I doing and who am I spending time around that is lighting me up? What's making me feel bad? What's making me feel good? Where can I take responsibility and recognize that I have to detox things or people out of my life? Or just take a break from. Does not have to be so extreme. It's up to you. What feels good to you? What your soul is calling you to do. And I encourage you not to put this work off. I encourage you after this episode to sit down and think. Write it out, put it in the notes on your phone, whatever you gotta do. I'm positive some thoughts have come up for you in this episode and you know exactly where to start. The first thought, the first person, the first place you thought of, that's always where you need to go first. So, where are you going to start detoxing your life first? If you loved this episode or this podcast, don't forget to give me a lovely review or take a screenshot and share it with your friends on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Taylor's Tracks or send me a DM to talk more on this subject or any other episodes. I'm always happy to answer questions and adore hearing from you beautiful souls. As always, more content is available on taylorstracks.com. And remember, you are the only one in full control of your life. Ask yourself, where and who do I need to detox from? I'll talk to you, sweet souls, next week.